So after watching Space Jam: A New Legacy, I was looking for something else to review, something new. So I decided to turn to Netflix to see what was on this streaming giant. So I saw an animated movie and I was like, huh, it looks interesting. The name of this animated movie? America the Motion Picture. Now, I should have probably looked at the trailer to see what this movie was about, but I said, you know what? It's short enough. Let me go ahead and take a look at this movie. And boy, oh boy, was it something. Now, a part of me really enjoyed it. It is a raunchy, dark, reimagined history or story of how we began, mixed with modern action and a modern way of storytelling with the concepts, and they were trying to blend many different eras in U.S. history and place it into what some sort of a cohesive storyline. Now, the storyline is very basic, but it's easily digestible. It's easily followable. Not followable. Okay, you could follow it easily, is what I mean to say. And again, a part of me enjoyed it. The other part of me found it completely stupid. And that's the intent of this movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's not, one side of the aisle as far as trying to push down a narrative. And even the narrative that is pushing, like America rocks and everybody else is dumb, towards the end, it does play, and not even towards the end, actually, throughout the whole movie, it plays on itself, like, how Americans are so aggressive. Now, if you enjoy South Park or even Rick and Morty, that type of raunchy, darkish humor, then you'll probably like it, like I did. If you're really sensitive, I mean, there was nudity in this animation. There is a ton of cuss words, so I do not recommend this movie if you're gonna watch them with minors like 12 and under, maybe 13 and up, maybe, I guess, but I would try to lean into the 16-year-old and up just to be safe, because again, there is nudity, there is suggestive humor, there is a lot of cuss words dropping around, and in some instances they do not sugarcoat what they are trying to say, and they go ahead and say it. Now again, this movie doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's like I said, a very basic storyline, dealing with Benedict Arnold, King James as the evil villains here. And we have George Washington, among others. There's like 3 other iconic heroes, including the Native American. I think it was Geronimo, but I might be wrong. And I think Thomas Edison is a female, an Asian female, but they end up having some kind of like Avengers team. And even the big battle, you could tell they were just ripping off the Avengers. So all in all, again, depending on your sense of humor, depending on your taste in animation, I was entertained. But with that being said, I am going to rate this as a D+, just because it was a little bit too much for me. Some people might think it was like, higher than a D+. For me, it was just too repetitive, too much beating of the same horse. I enjoyed what it was trying to do, and again, I was entertained. There was not a lot. There was a little bit of a lot, actually. Towards the third act, I found myself kind of dozing off a little bit, just because, again, when you do the same joke over and over and over and over again, it loses its comedic value. But again, when that fight scene, when they rip off the Avengers, it does redeem itself a little bit. And it does have a kind of a united America essence to it, even though at the end, when America is finally formed, when they finally win and they have this brand new country, we have all these modern issues that everybody brings up, just giving, a little bit of humor as to, yeah, it's great that we all live in America, but with all the freedoms that we are privileged to, it leads to so much more debate, discussion, problems, however you want to see it. But again, if you want to give it a try, it's definitely TV mature. Again, like I said, there is nudity, there's suggestive comedy. There's a scene where George Washington is having sex with Martha Washington, even though she's not Martha Washington yet. She's Abraham Lincoln's cousin or something like that. And again, they suggest a lot of humor, and they do have racist humor. They have all this kind of different humor that some people might just get PO'd and turn it right off. So take that for what it's worth. Take that as your warning. But again, the one part of me really, really enjoyed it because I like that kind of South Park, that that raunchy, in your face comedy, and there's a rah rah USA to it, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I love America too, so I mean, again, I'm not sitting here one side of the aisle or the other, but again, just my personal choice. But still, the rating for me, like I said earlier, was a D plus. But that's just my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. This movie is on Netflix, and I don't know if it's on the trending thing. I don't think it's on the trending line, but go check it out. Again, it's America, the motion picture, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments as to what you thought about this movie. Like always, that's a wrap.